Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Star Blast Studios, and I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different today. And this involves something that I did a long time ago, 2 years ago, in fact. And I swear to you, I'm not making this video for attention. I don't get any monetization on this on YouTube at all. I don't do that kind of thing. I promise, man. I don't know how else I can prove it, especially since I'm making a video about it. But since the entire thing is old, you know, it's not anything that I can even back up anymore because, well, you'll understand why, because it involves Twitter, and I deleted some tweets that involved this because I felt embarrassed over the mistake that I made. So let's just go over the entire story, and then we're gonna get up to the part where I really messed up in the situation. So let's get right into it. So the entire situation involves um, one of my favorite content creators, Geekdom101. And he genuinely is my favorite content creator. I'm not trying to like play this Geekdom. I don't know if you're watching this video. There's a lot of things going through my mind right now, but I promise you right now, I'm not trying to play you to say that, hey, I'm actually a really cool guy, and you should follow me on Twitter again. No, um, I'm just trying to put this out right now because I need to be able to move on from my own mistake. That's honestly how it is. So let's start from the very beginning. So before this, Geekdom is only like he didn't even know me. This was like this. I want to say this was like 4 months back before the entire incident happened on Twitter that I did, and it's still to this day, in my opinion, one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made on the internet. And I just really cannot stop thinking about how stupid I was when I did this. It's definitely one of those things where I wish I could take back. Okay. I gotta stop talking. Let me actually get to the entire story. So, um, a couple months ago before the incident, okay, Geekdom101 uploads a video onto his YouTube channel, and it is titled "Willful Ignorance in the Dragon Ball Community." And that video I felt was a really good video, but he was getting a lot of backlash over it because people were saying that he was going way too hard on the fandom, and they all took it as a personal attack on themselves. And his video just got a lot of hate, and he just got he got I guess he got turned on. Like, a lot of his viewers turned on him in a sense because they didn't like what Geekdom was saying in this situation. Because honestly, let's be real, guys, lots of the people in the Dragon Ball community are willfully ignorant. They will believe something that just is not true, and it's proven to be true, but they still believe it. Like, for example, one of the major things, Akira Toriyama. People say that Akira Toriyama initially wanted Gohan to be the main character, but people sent him blackmail. They blackmailed Akira Toriyama to make Goku the main character, and that's why uh, Goku is still uh, Goku's still rocking in Dragon Ball Super nowadays. And that's on Geekdom did a video about that, proving that is wrong. You can go onto his channel and look up this video, and you'll understand what I mean. But despite the hardcore facts that disprove a lot of this stuff, there are people in the Dragon Ball community that choose to believe this when it's clearly not true. That's what the video was about, and the entire thing was correct. Um, so when he's getting all this hate, I go onto Twitter, and I'm actually really new to Twitter at this time. And I don't understand a lot of the things about Twitter. I just know I can do this and that, and I can tweet. And this is actually at the time where Twitter had a lot of they didn't you couldn't put in as many characters on Twitter at the time, so it was actually kind of hard to be able to say certain things whenever you're talking to people because you just don't have enough characters to do so. Um, but getting right to the point, so I go on Twitter and I tweet at Geekdom, showing him this screenshot of his comment section. And in the screenshot that I sent to Geekdom on Twitter, it showed me defending him against this one hate comment that he was getting, and from that point on, Geekdom followed me, and I was actually really happy that Geekdom followed me. I mean, I am a big fan of Geekdom, so it did honestly mean a lot when Geekdom followed me, which is why I guess the mistake that I did really did put me down quite a bit, which is understandable. But let's move on. So there, Geekdom is my friend on Twitter, and he, a couple months later, what happens is he uploads a video on his channel, and he's talking about this one guy in Screen Rant who just made a really bogus article that just needed to be debunked and talked about because of just how bad of an article it was. It was just this list of the, I guess, Dragon Ball Super plot holes. I can't exactly remember what the list was, but I guarantee you guys, it was a very poorly researched article. The guy was not even a Dragon Ball fan. He shouldn't have even been making articles like this in the first place. And so, Geekdom was basically, actually before this, I need to talk about this real quick. Geekdom actually knew this person. Well, he didn't know this person, but you know what I mean. He had an altercation with him on Twitter in the past. I can't remember. I don't remember what it was. I have to go back and recheck what it was in that video. But at one point, Geekdom got blocked by this guy because I guess he couldn't handle whatever Geekdom was saying or something. I don't know why. Point is, Geekdom got blocked, and so after this entire thing, there was no way Geekdom could contact him about this article or like try and talk to this guy about it. And so the only way that Geekdom was able to get this person's attention that, hey, this article is bogus, was he talked about it in this video, and it caused the people that watched Geekdom to go after this guy's Twitter, and they all went after him because of how much misinformation that he went in. I didn't actually see everything. I'm just assuming that, because what happened was the guy, he just couldn't handle everything that was going, that all the backlash from this article that he was getting, and so he actually deleted his Twitter account, which I was actually looking at this I need to point this out as well. I was watching this video at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and so what I'm about to say, it's not an excuse, it's the reasoning behind the mistake. So it is like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm really, really tired. I'm just watching videos, but it's just one of those things where I'm like tired, but I don't feel like sleeping. I'm still in high school at this time, I'm pretty sure. So that's why. But in this instance, man, I felt bad for the guy, not thinking about just how this guy deserved what he got. Because if you're going to be making this is a unwritten rule on the internet. If you're going to be making a article discussing about a certain topic and it is absolutely full of crap, then whatever backlash that you get from the people who know what they're talking about, from the fan base, from whatever subject, whatever revolves around this topic, from the people who know, you deserve that backlash. You deserve to get criticized because you put yourself out there with this misinformation. So that's not what I was thinking about, though. I just felt bad for the guy because he got so much hate up to the point where he deleted his Twitter account. But it was his choice to delete his Twitter account because he couldn't handle the hate that he kind of put onto himself because of this bogus article that he made. So keep in mind right now, me and Geekdom have followed each other on Twitter. So I could be DMing Geekdom about this in private. We don't need to, I don't need to tweet at him. I tweeted at him. And the reason why I did was because I just assumed that Geekdom does not really see DMs, because I've sent him DMs in the past and he just never got to reading them. He never read the DMs, and so I felt that in this case, I should, I just didn't matter. Okay, my Twitter at this time, it only had it's still, my Twitter today is still really small, but I only had 10, 15 followers, something like that. and there wasn't really any people that watched it. I'm pretty sure I probably didn't have any real followers. They were just bots, honestly, that just followed me. I don't know. They were all just promotional accounts to stuff that followed me and say, hey, you want free dragon stones on Dokkan Battle? Come here, get some. But that's besides the point. Basically, no one knew who I was on Twitter. No one, and so I just thought, okay, I'm just gonna tweet at Geekdom and tell him what I think. You probably could have handled the situation in a better way without this guy getting all of this hate. And like I said already, that was just honestly wrong. And Geekdom really did. He pointed out why my entire argument was wrong, and I was just shown that I was a fool. I was definitely the idiot in the situation, and I shouldn't have tweeted at Geekdom and said that, because at that point, this is one of those instances where Geekdom at this point unfollowed me. But it was probably after a couple of things that happened. The first thing that I did, which added to the fire of stupidity that I've created, was in the morning, okay, after I wake up, I process literally everything that happened on that night before I went to sleep, and I realized just the mistake that I did, and I feel so embarrassed and foolish, and I'm freaking out because I really screwed up in this situation, in my opinion, because it's probably to some people it won't seem that big of a deal, but keep in mind, man, I basically caused drama between me and Geekdom, and it was out in the public because I chose to tweet at him rather than messaging him privately, which that was actually something that he pointed out. And so one of the things that I did was I fended for myself rather than admitting my mistakes like a man. And I basically said, yo, that person on Twitter was not me. It was my little brother. He also just happens to watch you. I guarantee you, man, Geekdom didn't buy it, because I bet after seeing those DMs, okay, Geekdom unfollowed me. And I think another thing that he may have taken note of was I deleted the tweets. I literally deleted all the tweets of me talking to him on Twitter about this entire thing, of me freaking out, having a panic attack, and deleting the tweets, trying to cover up my mistake. And I honestly just felt really embarrassed about this entire thing. At that point, yeah, like I said, Geekdom would follow me, and that honestly did mess me up, but Geekdom did nothing wrong. He was right to unfollow me. And yeah, that's how it all ended from there. And I've only talked about this with my close friends about this mistake, and the only way, this is a mistake that I've done that I don't know how I can make up for. There's probably no way to make up for doing it, and that's why I'm making this video right now. In a way, it's if there is a possibility of Geekdom to see this, Geekdom, I am really sorry that I did that on Twitter. I'm really sorry that if I embarrassed you for thinking that I was actually not a fan, and making you misjudge me, and that I embarrassed you. I'm really sorry for this. And hopefully, man, I hope I can just forget about this mistake that I did. I probably won't, now that I've made a video about it. It's always going to be something that lingers, because it is a first big major mistake that I've done on the internet, at least publicly on the internet. And but Geekdom, I don't want to end this off with an apology. Because I don't like things ending off like that. Instead, I'm just going to say thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done in the Dragon Ball community. You have taken out a lot of misinformation. You have made fans, an entire community of your following, more knowledgeable about Dragon Ball. You've affected the entire fandom as a whole because of your knowledge. And you use that knowledge to help out everyone in this situation. You even have a second channel where you talk about personal issues that people may face, where you give them that sense of reality that can help them in whatever problem you are talking about in those videos on your second channel. And honestly, Geekdom, those videos have actually helped me a lot, and I'm being 100% genuine about that. Thank you for doing what you do on YouTube. Thank you for helping people out on your second channel. And if this may be too much to ask, but I really would like to be friends with you on Twitter so I can continue talking with you, because honestly, I find you to be a really, really cool guy. I doubt that I'm going to get back the trust that I lost, though, with that thing that I did 2 years ago. And once again, I do apologize for that, but hopefully we can just move on, as I can move on as an adult from now, and you can just keep on doing what you do in the fandom. But yeah, guys, this has been Starblast Studios. I'll see you guys later. Till then.